Let me also once again try and go across to our editor-in-chief, Arnab Goswami. Arnab, this is a massive victory coming because even as the Congress yet again tried to throttle our free speech, scuttle our voice, they failed once again, as in stay was granted on all criminal proceedings that had been begun by them by the Karnataka High Court.
Yeah. In fact, Rhythm, I'm just joining you. I'll join you right next to you. I'm just right behind you, so I'm coming next to you. But just give me a moment till I join you on air, because there's a couple of thoughts that I want to share on this subject. So, Rhythm, I'm right behind you. I'm coming to you in a minute. Yeah, thank you. Stay there, Rhythm. Stay there. Thank you.
Don't worry, you won't fall off here. That's all right. Thank you. Stay there. Don't fall off. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to make a point here, Rhythm, that this is an extremely frivolous case. In fact, I am quite horrified at the level of frivolousness which the Congress party is reflecting in its filing of cases. I've been a journalist for over 25 years, Rhythm, and the level of frivolity that the Congress party is reflecting in filing cases is something that they need to introspect on. As you have said, there are reports that they filed the case under a bailable section, but maybe under the influence of their social media team, tried to get the notice served under a non-bailable section. Now that is a case of tampering. I think there will have to be an investigation on whether there was any tampering in this case. We will have to investigate it, because if it is true that they filed the FIR under bailable sections, but they tried to serve a notice to a citizen of India under a non-bailable section, then that is an illegality that has been carried out by the Karnataka police. I hope they haven't done it, because if they've done it, it's a very, very serious charge that they will face. And we will go after them on that. They shouldn't do things like that. I must also say that I was very amused when I was told that almost a dozen people from the Karnataka police landed up in our office today to serve a notice. That's very suspicious, very strange behavior. But what this shows is an arrogance, it's a conceit for and a contempt for the law and the legal provisions. It's also a huge victory for us. In the last case, the court pulled up the Congress party saying, what are you doing? There's no case. You want to go after Arnab Goswami because he's a high-profile journalist and an individual. It's going to serve no purpose, but they should have learned their lessons. In this case, Rhythm, there is no argument. I mean, there is a technicality. There is a picture which has been used for 4 seconds, and on that you are saying all kinds of things. So I hope just desserts have been served in this case, and I hope that they will never do something like this again. They should really learn their lessons. They should never do something which is wrong, and they should understand that there will always be criticism of the law, of them under the law. Now, one last thing. They must tell us, do they have an office in Turkey? Do they have an office in Turkey? If they don't have an office in Turkey, say we don't have an office in Turkey. If you have an office in Turkey, say we have an office in Turkey. But if you have an office in Turkey, but you don't want to talk about that, you want to talk about a 4-second picture, that's your choice. I think what this whole case has done, Rhythm, is that's brought the focus back on this Turkey office issue. So we must thank everyone in the Congress party for that.
But Arnab, before we let you go, I just want to tell you, the special public prosecutor was also present in the court, and he did say that this is false propaganda. He said we are habitual and we have a tendency to speak about this. How does this have anything to do with the notice and a 4-second picture?
You know, they've also served a legal notice in which essentially they've said you should never criticize the Congress party. Very old party, very, very old party. And we can't be criticized. Well, because you're an old party, you should be criticized more if you're not living up to the values that are expected from you in the Constitution of India. And they say they're very unhappy with my saying that if you're helping an enemy state, you're doing the wrong thing. I say once again that Turkey is effectively an enemy state. It doesn't matter whether the government is declaring them officially an enemy state. Any country that is helping Pakistan at a time of conflict is an enemy state as far as I'm concerned. And as far as all of us here at the Nationalist Collective are concerned. So I think people and members of the Nationalist Collective should also question the Congress party. Do you have an office in Turkey? If you don't have an office in Turkey, put it out to us in writing, and we will be very happy to carry that.
Yes.
Thank you. Rhythm, over to you, back to you.
Arnab, just one last question that if we could just put to you.
Yes.
20th May, this FIR is filed. On 22nd, they are at the Republic headquarters,
Yes.
and this is a team of 9 people. There are obviously nefarious designs that they had. You don't send 9 people. What do you think they were planning to do? Do you think that they thought we would not be moving the court to try and see the harassment they are trying to yet again do on Republic?
First of all, they can't harass me. I'm too tough for them. Secondly, number of people. I think when they came to arrest me in my house, they sent about 200 people with AK-47s, right? So 9 people is okay. They're not living up to their standards. But there is a rule of law in this country. Everything that the Congress party is doing is going to go against them. Being trigger happy like this is bad. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. I don't know who's advising them. But you know there is a rule of law. And wherever you try this, you see it's like crying wolf. The more false cases you file, these become legal precedent. This becomes the precedent on which we can go to the courts and say this is a party that only wants to harass us.
Yes.
And every case that they lose, not just them, it's the Bengal government also. How many cases the Bengal government filed which are false? Yes. Every time we do some good reporting, Sandesh Khali, or we report on Operation Sindoor, they end up filing cases on us. And I would only say that it helps nobody. It's for us, as they say in English, it's water off a duck's back. Thank you, Rhythm. Thank you.
All right.
Over to you, Rhythm. Thank you.